All right, so tonight, like I said, we have a very special guest joining us. Landau Eugene Murphy is such a treasure, and he is doing something beyond the scope of singing. We talked about it once already, but we're kind of celebrating now, and then there's like this renewed push to make sure his message gets out there about education, because we know how important it is. So let me play you this. Hang on 1 second. All right, so here is a little bit of what Landau's doing. All right, Landau, you're not muted anymore, so just hang tight for 1 second. You're going to hear yourself. All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., and this summer I'll be celebrating the 10th anniversary of my win on America's Got Talent with a big homecoming concert Sunday night, August the 1st at Grandview Amphitheater in the New River National Park with my very special guests, voices of classic soul, the former lead singers of The Temptations, Platters, Drifters, and the Four Tops. It's Murphy and Motown under the stars. Proceeds benefit Theater West Virginia. Get your tickets now at theaterwestvirginia.org.
And without further ado, Eugene Murphy joins us now. Hello. Great to see you as always. Hi.
Great to see you. How
Can you
doing?
believe it? I'm great, thank you. Can you believe it's almost been 10 years since your win for America's Got Talent?
No, it seems like yesterday.
I know. I think I've told you this story before, but when I worked here the first time, Logan was one of the areas that I was always covering. And so I was in Logan all the time, and then I went home to Cleveland to work for a couple years. And in that time, they sent me to LA to go cover The Voice. But from my hotel room in LA, I was watching you, this guy from West Virginia, win America's Got Talent, and thinking to myself, oh my gosh, if I was still living in West Virginia, I would be the one covering that right now. So it's always just been that weird little connection that I love. So it's been fun to watch. I remember standing there crying because it was such an amazing story. You're so talented, and your talent obviously has skyrocketed you to things you probably never even realized were possible, but you did put some other dreams on hold. And one of those was your education. Obviously there were some hurdles and things like that, but you used the pandemic to make sure that your education did not take a back seat. So congratulations on the GED, first of all.
Hey,
Second of
thank
all,
you.
tell everybody out here who's watching about that process, about that journey to get your GED.
It was a long journey. It's almost 30 years. I dropped out of high school in 11th grade. I believe I just chose a paycheck because, I had a son at a young age, at like 20 years old. So I had to buy diapers. So, I got out of high school and,
Expensive.
and I had great jobs, working for Daimler Chrysler and different car places. And I've been a construction worker. I've been a steel mill worker for Voight & Schweitzer Galvanizer. So I was making like good money. And then I actually came back to West Virginia, fast forward and all that to about 2004 maybe. And I started working for Jack Whitaker, the Powerball winner. I was making $33 an hour, but at the same time I had, forgot about my education. I got caught up in life, as I would say. I always wanted to go back to school and achieve that. But after winning America's Got Talent, my life just took off, and I'm on the road constantly doing shows, traveling all around the world. And I couldn't find the time to actually do it. So I kept, talking to my team about me going back to high school, but it's just every time that I would talk about it, it was just another show, another show, another show. And the pandemic became a blessing in disguise. It gave me the time to actually sit back and think about it again. Like, wow, I can go back to school now. So I talked to my girlfriend at the time, and she was just like, if you're gonna do it, I'll sign you up, but don't waste time. Don't waste my time signing you up for this if you're not gonna do it. So
Right.
she pushed me. I mean, she turned off Sports Center, and she turned off my Netflix, my YouTube channels, everything, and just made me buckle down and do it. And I accomplished it. It took me 2 times to do the math part, I
I don't
aced the
blame you.
first
I
parts.
I can relate.
Yeah, I aced the first parts of it, on the first try, the
Yeah.
science and the world history and reading and writing. And then
Uh-huh.
the other part, the math part, was just mind blowing because
I
I
bet.
forgot that they put alphabets with numbers, in
What's that, by the
algebra.
way? Aren't you glad that there are
Oh,
people in this world that understand math and can do it? Because I can't. I mean,
yes,
that's just
and
brutal
I
honesty.
love math. I love math and science. So
Yeah.
it just took me a while to get my mind back wrapped around that and learning
Yeah.
the definitions to the words in the math
Hmm.
equations. And
That's the
that's
only part
what the
I'm good
big
at.
hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Words I'm fine with. No, no, not the other stuff. So when you finally achieved that goal, I mean, you just had to be really proud of yourself because it's one thing to go. It's it's a challenge to go to school, but when you're a kid, that's your job primarily. But to have this
Yeah.
career, this musical career that you have, and your family and all that, and then to accomplish this goal, what message are you hoping that it sends to other West Virginians?
That it's never too late to graduate. You can always get up, get off the couch, and go graduate high school. Just
Yeah.
never give up on yourself. I achieved a lot of awards and accolades throughout my career, and I'm proud of so many of them. I actually got some sitting here.
Oh, let us see.
I achieved, I achieved this award, Outstanding
That's
West Virginia.
That's
You see
awesome. They gave
that?
you that. Yeah, that's cool.
The JCs gave me that. And then in the
Okay.
same year, they actually gave me the 10 Outstanding Young American Award.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Yes, and it's
Yeah.
just something that I've always been so proud of, but at the same time, it never felt.
So what are you doing now? You've been on billboards before. We know that. But you're launch there are billboards across the state now. Tell me a little bit about this partnership that you have now to spread the word about the importance of education and making sure you get that GED.
Now, the Board of Education of West Virginia has made me the spokesperson for, adult education, going back to
Okay.
school, achieving your goals, and I'm proud to be a part of it. As long as I can inspire people to go back to school, people from my generation, people from a generation before me. My mom was my big, she's always been my hero. She never graduated high school, but she still raised 5 kids without a high school diploma. So, I mean, I was just proud of going back to school and then actually graduating and being able to show my mom that diploma.
Absolutely. I can't imagine, what that would do to a mom's heart, kind of make you skip a beat or whatever. I'm in a sidebar for just 1 second. Are you wanting to watch the basketball tournament right now?
No. I'd rather play in
Okay.
it.
Well, I saw a picture. I think it was maybe at Adelphia, or you and your family were up at Adel. Was that the other day? And I just was thinking about that. Like, oh my gosh, was he there for the tournament? And does he want to be watching basketball right now? Otherwise, I'll say thank you so much for your time. Go.
Yeah, I was actually out on the town with my 4-year-old and my girlfriend, and I was just
Yeah.
showing her the Capitol because she's from Morgantown, and I was taking her to the
Okay.
Capitol and different places around Charleston, showing her how beautiful the city was. And
Oh, that's
I knew
nice.
the tournament was going on, but I'd rather spend that time with my loved one.
Okay. No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I was going to be feeling really bad that I was occupying you at this very moment because I know that this is a big game tonight for WVU. Okay. So anyways, but you're very good at basketball and that was kind of one of the things that you were really into and kind of tugs you away from school and things like that, right?
Yeah, I played a lot of street ball when the N1 tournaments was coming through the city of Detroit, where I was raised from like 11 until I was about 26.
Okay.
I played street ball. I grew up with Chris Webber from the Fab Five, and
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
his father Macy Webber was my deacon at Rosedale Park Baptist Church in Detroit, Michigan. And so being a high school dropout, I couldn't keep going with my basketball career, obviously, but I started taking like night classes at Orchard Lake or Orchard Lake Preparatory College. It's like a
Okay.
prep school, and they was giving me night classes to actually get my GED, but still working for Chrysler from 7 a.m. to 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and then having to drive all the way to Orchard Lake, Michigan to do my night classes and then do basketball practice, then come home and be a dad. It was overwhelming. So I dropped out again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's overwhelming. And I'm just standing here thinking about it. I'm not even doing it. Have you had a chance to have any conversations with anyone about going back for your GED that you feel like that you're making a difference?
And friends and things like that, but I was able to take that time and actually go graduate high school.
Yeah.
And I feel good about it.
That's so neat. And so what are you, when I know you're working with the the State Department of Education, have they said to you, like, we're going to get you out at different schools? Like, what can we expect, anything, or just more that you're out there and you're just wanting to get this message out to everybody about how important finishing school is, or going back, no matter what your age?
I'm on board with whatever they throw at me as far as going to schools and talking to kids about staying in school. I've already been doing that throughout my career. So I'm able to do all of those things and still also get this message out to everybody that it's never too late to graduate.
Really
like
isn't.
I said, through all the grades and all the awards that I've had, this is one of the most special awards to me. I won America's Got Talent, one of the biggest shows in the world right now. And it doesn't outweigh this at all.
Oh, I just think that's really so wonderful. And obviously, that show has brought with it some amazing opportunities. And now this GED, that show is giving you a platform for, education now. And I think that's really, really special. I'm looking at our Facebook comments right now, Landau, and there's so many people telling you congratulations that they can't, and about your GED, but also that they can't believe it's been 10 years since your big win. Talk to me about, I showed that little PSA in the beginning about your show that you have coming up. Talk to people out there right now about how they can see you in the near future.
August the 1st, I'm doing Landau Under the Stars with Motown, and it's Platters, Drifters, Four Tops, and the Temptations on stage with me live August the 1st at the Grandview Amphitheater in River Gorge. And and other than that, it's Oshkosh, Wisconsin, then Smith Center out in Las Vegas again, which I just came home from the West Coast. I did like 4 or 5 shows out there from Las Vegas to Reno and Seattle, Washington, and back home. And now I'm back home spreading this message. And I'll be actually live on the Levee October the 1st for the last event for Live on the Levee also.
I was just talking about that on Friday when I was at the Levee. I was down there doing some live shots, and I was like, and Landau's going to close things out, and it's going to be an awesome show, and it'll even have a different feel. It'll be a little cooler. It was a little hot on Friday night, I'm not going to lie. But the show that you're doing August 1st, the gentlemen that you sing with from those amazing Motown groups that you just mentioned, talk a little bit about those guys and what it means for you to be singing with these legends.
Oh, they are living legends. They've been wonderful mentors to me throughout my career once I linked up with those guys.
It's Joe Coleman. And a little bit about it. I'm sorry to interrupt, but go ahead now. Okay.
Yeah, it's Joe Coleman from the Platters, Joe Blunt from the Drifters, Theo Peoples from the Four Tops, and the Temptations.
And
so
they're so sweet.
Yeah, they're nice. So there's Theo Peoples from the Four Tops and Temptations, Joe Blunt from the Platters, from the Drifters, and Joe Coleman from the Platters. And these guys are phenomenal. They've been great mentors through my career, and I'm just blessed to be able to share the stage with living legends, and they keep me grounded. They keep me humble. They keep my feet on the ground. They protect me throughout this industry. They show me the ropes. So I'm just glad to have them be a part of my show.
And especially with you, like living, growing up some in Detroit and things like that, that has to be a special connection too. When you just think about the whole Motown genre.
Yes, I grew up in a Motown house.
Yeah, yeah. I love listening to them. Can you tell me a little bit about the show, what people can expect?
You can expect Landau to be living this dream live in front of you. Having fun as usual doing my Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, Nat King Cole, and also sharing the stage with some Motown legends, doing
so
a,
much
a
fun.
couple of Motown classics. Then these guys will take the stage and they'll bring back some wonderful memories for our Motown listeners. And I'll do the same for all our Frank Sinatra listeners. And it's just a
Oh,
fantastic show. I mean, we have fun. Our chemistry on stage is wonderful. We love to
yeah.
joke and play around with each other and just, give everybody a wonderful show with fantastic music.
Yeah, you guys do that for sure. And it's just the few times that I guess when we did the fundraiser after the 2016 flooding, you and the guys were there. We were at WVVA in Bluefield, and that was so much fun. Even though it was a tough event, it was just still fun because you guys have a very special energy. And then the gentlemen have been, here in the studio with us times before. So I just know from experience, just that one time, all of you guys together, it really is a very special moment, and something that I know people will really, really love to see. Can't wait to see your face on the billboards. I think that's going to be awesome, and what a wonderful representative to go out there and talk about the fact that it's never too late to go back to school.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I wish my connection was better here in
I
Logan
know.
County.
I know. Okay, this is where that'll be the next thing that's the next front you're on, is the broadband front. I'm just kidding.
That's right. We're promoting
I know.
broadband, getting it
We
out
got
to
that
everybody.
right. You get up there, tell Clayton Birch when you talk to him next time when you're up at the Board of Education, okay?
Will do. Will
All
do.
right. Thanks, Landau. Have a great night.
Thank you. Thank
See
you
ya.
all.
Bye-bye. All right. Congratulations to you. Landau Eugene Murphy, everybody, there to just remind us all it's never too late to go back to school.